It's a fun story you tell yourself.
I get a little upset if I'm late. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Guys, hope you're well. Jack, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good actually. I miss my wife though. She's down with my daughter and got a big old empty bed in there. I'm not in it, but it's empty.
I need to correct that. You're doing this wrong. I believe the correct phrasing is I'm doing okay considering my wife left me.
I should have done that as the title again. My wife left me.
Yeah, it worked great last time.
It really did. It really did. Yeah, she's gonna go hang out with the grandkids, the other two granddaughters tonight and tomorrow. So I couldn't make the trip, and I miss her. So
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Now we're all sad. Thank you.
I have attachment issues.
No, what you?
Actually, what I really have is abandonment issues. It's not my fault. It's mom died when I was young, and ever since then, and actually, it wasn't even mom. It was my brother's death. Where ever since then, when people I love are not around me, I'm anxious. And the worst is my wife. If she's not here, I have trouble sleeping. Yeah, it's probably an unhealthy obsession, to be honest.
That doesn't sound codependent at all. No.
Yeah, right. Luckily, she doesn't take advantage of that. Like she has powers over. I hope she's not listening to this. Don't listen to this, woman.
Well, your daughter's listening, and she's like, how to profit off this Christmas?
Look, everybody who knows the whole family. That's why when I tell you guys when we have like big Christmas or all that and everybody's here, my favorite part of it's not presents or even being involved. I like sitting back and just watching them all be happy.
Yeah, well, if I don't get a Nintendo Switch this Christmas, we may not be able to make it up there.
Damn, I should have thought this one out.
Well, here we are.
Before we get much further, I do want to thank Retro Gamer for that. Who'd that go to? That went to Della Hayes. Thank you for the gift membership going out to Della Hayes. I appreciate it, my friend. Really, really do. Thank you for supporting the channel so much. Guys, we're brought to you by you. Hit the like button, the share button. Donate if you can. There's links at the top for both me and Jack in your YouTube chat. Down in the description of each video, whether you're on Rumble or YouTube, you can also donate through there. Please, please give until it hurts.
Yeah, we're poor. We need money.
Poor. Give it to us. No. If you can donate, please do. And if you're so inclined. But also, please support all of our channels. Jack's are all linked down below, and he's got a ton of them.
Yeah. And we're poor. Oh, hi, Michael.
I do also. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was actually working on stuff this entire time since like 9:00 p.m. Actually, a little before that. So I've been working on videos, and I'm really, really tired of it.
I have been playing video games since about 5:30.
Oh my God, what a rough life.
Maybe it was closer to 6. Yeah, I got bored, so I threw on 7 Days to Die on my own channel and completely ruined my playthrough by dying several times.
Oh, that'll happen.
Then I was just over with Satsu playing on his channel. When we're done with this, if Bubba, are we still on for tonight? This should be a Phasmo night. And then when Phasmo's done, I will be playing some more 7 Days to Die.
Like a Phasmo morning. Hi, Stargazer.
I guess I suppose so. It's not actually supposed to be Phasmo morning though. Hi, Nuts. How you doing, sweetheart? I do.
Bubba's up for it.
For those of you who do watch the game streams, I'm contemplating going back to YouTube, and here's why. Twitch keeps screwing over streamers, and I'm nervous about being over there, honestly. Not because of anything I've said or anything, Jack. That has not been an issue over there. But just like their recent change of their terms of service, and they're like, no, it was an accident that we wrote that.
Right.
But still parts of it are true. What? So I went to look at my game channels. Like, I wonder how much I'd have to do to get it monetized. And the weirdest thing happened, Jack.
Uh-oh.
So my game channel had been monetized, right?
Yes.
And then I went over to Twitch, and so eventually it drops off. I lost the view hours. You have to have 4,000 view hours to throughout a whole year. It has to stay. It's a rolling year.
Yep.
And I'd lost my view. It went down to like 2,500. And the last time I looked at it, that's where it was. So I go over there to look at it, and I have 4,500 view hours.
Wow.
In the last 6 months, 3 of which I have not even uploaded to that channel, I've gained 2,000 watch hours.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, so I reapplied for it. I'll likely be moving back over to YouTube. I don't like saying that. I wish I could do both, honestly, but that's one of the things that Twitch won't let you do. Even if I could do it, they won't let you do it anymore.
That's stupid. That's a really bad move on their part. I have heard a lot of people complaining about that part, actually.
The simple fact is that now you can go and stream on every other platform simultaneously, except Twitch. Why would you do that? Why would you take yourself out of the equation? Because it's not like everybody's going to go, oh, unless you're an exclusive streamer for them who has some big ass contract, you're not going to cut off all those other possible revenue streams.
Oh, I could tell you exactly why they think that people will do that. Arrogance. Same reason that Bud Light thought they could make themselves into the gay beer without batting an eye, and Target thought they wouldn't get any pushback for having children's tuck underwear.
Oh, Michael lost his grandma. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. So sorry.
Yeah, man, sorry. That's
I hear some people had nice grandmas.
Yes, my grandmas were both really nice.
My grandma on my mom's side, who's actually a foster grandma, because my real grandma I've never met. She was in a loony bin most of my life. But my foster grandma, she was the sweetest person. I'm actually named after my foster grandfather. And they spoiled the ever-loving shit out of me because I'm the only one who used the name Frank, like Grandpa did.
Yeah.
So remember, kids, if you're named after your grandparents, use that name. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, so yeah, we'll probably be moving over to YouTube, but we'll still do a few more streams on Twitch. Some people have just recently re-upped their monthly subscription over there. If you're subscribed over there, please cancel it. We're going to be moving to YouTube. I think I've just decided right here, Jack. I'll be moving back to YouTube. So,
well, it seems like the smart move. You could always take the completed streams and upload them on Rumble or somewhere else too.
Sure, and maybe I'll eventually be able to find a way to dual stream. It just is so annoying. They say this. Look, part of the fun of streaming is that the audience is there live. They're like, look, you can't dual stream, but as soon as the stream's over, you can put it elsewhere. Where your audience can't participate.
Yeah.
What kind of stupid shit is that?
The kind of stupid shit that kills platforms. I mean, nobody learned from DLive, apparently.
Well, somebody today, and I don't know if they want me talking about them specifically, so I'm not going to, but somebody today told me that you can no longer make a playlist of your own without YouTube Premiere. So on YouTube, you used to be able to set up, I'm going to watch this, and this in this order. And apparently without Premiere, you can't do it anymore.
You mean to watch on your own?
Yeah.
No, I just set. I got a queue going right now. As far as a playlist, I don't know.
Well, if that's true, then we need to talk about. The guys you can still queue it up apparently. So check that out. Because somebody told me that they couldn't do it anymore. And it sounds right, because all of these companies had a very big boom back in 2020. And a lot of them are wondering how they're getting that money back, and they've made some really stupid decisions in doing so.
Yeah.
Speaking of stupid decisions, Jack.
Oh, I thought you were going to go into a shill.
No. We already did the shill.
Yeah, that doesn't. You're allowed to do more. I don't know.
I know, but I
don't know what you're doing.
Most shows I forget to do it entirely.
I know. I didn't read the script for tonight.
So
And sorry, Andrew Tate's genital warts. Jesus.
what?
One of the names in chat.
Wow. I missed that one. Where the hell is it? Oh, right there. I have a music playlist. Okay, there you go. I wanted to talk about that video you sent me because that shit's funny as hell.
I thought so.
Uh,
I was like, I have to show this to Monkey. I didn't know if you'd seen it or not.
I had not, and honestly, after I got it from you, I got it from several other people.
Oh, I have no doubt half a dozen people sent it to you. That's why I try and send it to you first. So
I love
I'm
when
the
people
first
send me
one.
stuff. Not everything makes it to Showtime, but there's certain things that happen, and like Monkey's got to see this,
Yeah, there really is.
and I appreciate it. I really, really do.
Yeah, that's why I try not to send you stuff generally because I know about 8 other people have sent it, unless something pisses me off or I find it very hilarious.
Well, I mean, I don't ever want people to go, "Oh, Monkey probably already got that," because there's times that I don't see anything that you would think I saw, right?
Yeah, but
There's
so
times you
much
come
more
to this.
work doing it when I can let the audience do it.
No, and I get that. I get that. But I don't want to discourage anybody from sending it. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't want to discourage the audience from sending it to
Yeah.
you, then I don't have to.
That's lazy shit. Anyway, so this is a news story that broke earlier today, right?
Yes.
If you're reading the screen, it kind of
Ruins it.
It ruins it a little bit. So we can watch this. My internet looks like it's doing garbage. All right. So listen, guys, just listen.
And why?
This is we're gonna have a slideshow. My internet also believes in every frame of pause, is what I'm saying here. All right.
Intolerance and homophobia are unacceptable.
This type of intolerant rhetoric starts in the home.
Parents angry at town hall over intolerance at Marshall Simons Middle School.
Can I just say I would have pronounced that Simmons?
I would have too. Salmon.
Yes.
But there's 2 M's in Simmons.
True, but I mean, there's also weird spellings, man.
Yeah, and people tend to pronounce shit weird. Like here in Ohio, we have Lima, but in Peru, it's pronounced Lima.
Lima,
because
right?
they do stuff wrong in Peru. Does the volume on this go up just a bit more?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, communists.
Hey, I didn't make the fucking video.
I may have had a lot of caffeine today waiting for the show. So
Cool, awesome.
Really.
I did too, but I always have caffeine, so I'm all right. Let's go.
Kids were asked to wear rainbow clothes in honor of Pride Spirit Day, but some organized a counter protest wearing red, white, and blue or black.
That's kind of funny.
This is the most hardcore middle school ever. Like, I want to take these kids out for McDonald's.
No shit. I want to go buy them ice cream. This is they middle school organized. Let's do red, white, and blue or black instead. Now I don't know what these parents have against black. Seems kind of racist, really.
Yeah, I know, right?
The principal sharing a statement to families that Pride posters were ripped down, stickers ripped up. Some students chanted.
All right, we got to stop right here because they cut it off as they're reading the line. So some kids start chanting "USA is my pronoun," which, by the way, well done.
Yeah.
But then they say that the students were intimidating. Look at what it actually says. The students glared intimidatingly at faculty members.
Oh
Okay.
My God.
Middle schoolers. So
Yeah.
we're talking what? 7th to maybe 9th grade, depending on what school system you're in.
Yeah. Well,
So-
what you don't know is these kids all had white hair, and this was Village of the Damned.
We're talking what? 12 to 14, and they were
Yeah.
intimidating grown-ass adults.
Really weak-willed ones.
But yeah, I wanted to stop it here so we could actually read the intimidating.
Yeah.
Glared intimidatingly. Apparently, they had a Nick Sandman moment.
Oh,
Yes, glared
scary.
menacingly. Exactly. Oh my god. When kids are saying we want to learn math, you done fucked up, right? They're like, just teach us. Anyway, let's get back to this. I'm not going to back it up, but he's reading here about the chanting.
Did USA are my pronouns, and students showing pride were intimidated.
No, did you hear that? Students showing pride were intimidated. Is that what that fucking article said? Or that note?
Yeah, indirectly, because anything that goes against pride is a threat to pride.
It literally said the faculty members were being intimidated. It didn't say shit about the students.
No, by extension, if the teachers are intimidated, the students are required to feel intimidated.
Danger says, Jesus Christ, those crazy eyes. I know, right? Whew. Anyway, so we got intimidated student teachers, I guess.
It was
Oh, no, that's not the pause face. That's actually her face. Those eyes don't close. Don't give me credit on this one, guys. I have a wonderful pause game, but this is not my doing. The bitch just looks like that.
That pause is not only her O face, it's her Karen face. It's the same face. You know when your mom was told you that, like, if you got slapped on the back, your face would stick like that. Hers actually did.
I'm so glad after O face and then you started mom that you didn't connect those two. Because
well, I mean,
I thought you were going there like, you know, when your mom has her O face. Now, no.
I'm not a complete monster monkey.
I didn't want to feel left out. Marty McFly.
unruly disruption, in fact, that was organized ahead of time.
While some
It was a disruption that was organized ahead of time. That's what I kept cutting. I'm sorry, I was fucking with her face. That's what she's. It was organized ahead of time. Well, wasn't the fucking Pride Day?
Yeah. How much? Look, these kids are great because we're starting to see a lot of pushback on this shit at schools.
Yes.
They overplayed their hand with the kids. It's no longer cool. It's now fucking irritating, and good for them.
Can you grab the video of the teacher threatening the kids who were groaning? Thank you.
Yes, I was already looking for that.
We didn't cover that one, but it's relevant here. All right, back to this. They were mean.
Parents were upset. Others say it was overblown.
Some of the
parents were upset because kids wore red, white, and blue and said, my pronouns are USA. Grown-ass adults got their panties in a wad about it.
Oh, they are crying about it as if they were the students. That's what made this so fucking great is they triggered their teachers so much it made national headlines. If the school board hadn't said anything about this, it wouldn't have been so embarrassing for these crybabies.
Oh, Darth Sabi, exactly. Yeah, as opposed to organizing after the fact. That's a good point.
Yeah. Look, hindsight planning is a lot easier.
Much easier.
The kids threw the stickers on the ground. But, I can only speak for my daughter. She didn't want to wear that to school. It's not that she wanted to hurt anybody's feelings.
She says her daughter felt coerced.
I'm very curious. Did they just expect that all kids own rainbow-colored clothing?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I don't doubt that at all. You're expected to fall in line with the cult because whatever these people think of is supposed to manifest into reality. It's that whole manifestation thing. They really buy into that shit. You'll see a lot of these people are very new agey in their mentality. If I will it, it will come into being. They have that same attitude. Everybody must think like I do.
I am 48 years old. I have never owned anything rainbow. You know why?
I probably had some rainbow stickers as a kid or something.
I'm a dude.
Yeah. I mean, we used to trade stickers. I probably ended up with a couple of rainbow ones.
Yeah, but you didn't have a rainbow shirt, did you?
No.
Rainbow socks?
No.
Rainbow ascot? Because, I mean, if you're going gay, you might as well go all.
Right? Rainbow butt plug.
Yeah.
They just want to rape the students. I'm sorry. This is very rapey. Like, you will wear the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Oh, yeah. Ugh.
And the kids threw stickers on the ground. So, I mean, that's littering.
Yeah. You know how this shit plays out, though. There's some asshole kid that's like a suck up who's a teacher's pet who's handing out rainbow stickers, and somebody looked at it and just dropped it and walked on. That's what really happened.
Rebel says, you never wore tie-dye? No, because I'm not a hippie.
That would wear tie-dye at a job once.
That would be the only way that I could see most men having anything that would be close to rainbow would be a tie-dye shirt.
Yeah.
But tie-dye is not gay. It's hippie, which is kind of gay, but not homosexual. It's just gay.
Yeah, it's colloquial gay, not butt pounder gay.
Not cunnilingus gay.
Yeah, we are totally going to get in trouble for this stream.
We probably should have done this Rumble only. All right, here we go.
Here we are.
First to participate in the Pride event and was offended by some of the messages, like this quote from Tennessee Williams.
Human heart cannot be straight. It is curves and winds. And my daughter just...
All right, hang on. We got to go back to that. It says, this is Tennessee Williams' full quote. What is straight? A line can be straight or a street, but the human heart, oh no, it's curved like a road through the mountains. He wasn't writing about butt fucking, okay?
Yeah. He was talking about the complexity of love. There's no straight linear line. He wasn't referring to it in the straight versus gay way.
No.
That is really taking him out of context.
I just love that they made sure that the kids holding the flags, you can't see this one very well, but they're multiracial.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already appropriating Tennessee Williams' quote by misleading it. So that why not add in the other things they're going to appropriate too, like rainbows and inserting the multiculturalism nonsense. They're really hitting a lot of markers here that pissed me off.
Can I just say I am offended that those flags don't have that weird V on the side with the different colors and the tranny thing there, trans thing?
Well, yeah, I'm kind of surprised the brown kids are holding a flag that doesn't have the black-brown stripe.
Kelbrick, thank you. Suck up takes on a whole new meaning in the modern education system. You ain't lying, my friend.
Right?
You ain't lying. All right.
Straight, it is curves and winds. And my daughter just kind of said, you know, Mom, that's offensive to me, who I am straight.
Yeah, it is kind of offensive to straight people, but I mean, why are you forcing? Why is this a kid thing? Why is this in middle school?
Because they have to indoctrinate kids young.
I know. You know, somebody told me, and I'm not making this up, you can go look at it on Twitter. There was an argument I was in. Told me that sex education is necessary. And if you don't, and we were talking, Jack, about kindergartners.
Mm-hmm.
That if you don't believe in sex education for kindergartners, you don't believe in schools and teaching children. I just want to point out that over the years, math and reading and science and history, all of these things we teach children have been dropping like a fucking rock. Our ranking compared to the rest of the world is just fucking tanking. And what do? Do we go, you know what? We need to focus on these things, get these kids smarter? We went, nah. What we really need to do is teach them that butt fucking is okay when they're in preschool.
Well, you know, if they were more comfortable in with sexual stuff, then maybe they would learn the math. But until then, the teachers just got to keep doubling down. I mean, they got to be like, look, we got to have scantily clad Friday and ball tuck Thursday.
Monk probably wouldn't look good in what? What did you say, Nuts? Now I got to back up. Hang on.
Do you really want to know the answer to that?
Oh, she still wears tie-dye dress. Look, one, hippie chicks can be cool. All right. Some hippie chicks are like, damn.
Yeah, except they have hairy armpits and they don't trim their bush.
Depends on the hippie chick. Not all of them go woodland. You know what I mean?
Too many of them do.
on guys, even skinny guys wearing tie-dye, I just see a fat guy. Because normally it's a fat guy wearing tie-dye. I don't know why. If you get like a free hamburger and donut when you buy it.
No, maybe.
But yeah. And would I look good in tie-dye? I look good in everything. I'm a beautiful man.
And modest.
You have no idea how modest I am.
Oh, I hear you're the most modest.
That's how good I am, that you would not believe how modest I am, even with my bragging. I'll tell you the things I suck at, but I'm a pretty man.
The things you suck at are selling yourself, monkey.
I know. I got to get better at that. And I really do got to come out of my shell. I'm so shy in life.
I know. We're going to work on that this year.
Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble. Don't get me singing JMK. When you're perfect in every way. May God rest his soul. Mac Davis, man. Why won't this load up? I have a donation and it won't load. I'm singing Mac Davis hoping it would load.
I don't have any donation.
Plus, it's a great song. Thank you, Shio. So it's apparently an issue with YouTube on mobile devices only. Send you a link and screenshot to the place. Headline: YouTube Premium will now let you queue videos and continue watching on mobiles more. Done to help, as this won't be monetized. Well, thank you so much for the donation. And yeah, you're probably not wrong about that. But there you go. That's good to know that you can still do it apparently on your desktop, but on mobile, it's one of the things where you're going to have to be premium if you want to do it.
Yeah, that's a dick move on their part to trick you into getting premium.
It's a very
most
big
people
move.
Listen to music on their. Although the upside would be you don't have to hear the commercials at the end and beginning of every fucking song.
I will tell you this: I have YouTube Premium, and I didn't mean to keep it, but I've kept it ever since YouTube had the Karate Kid spinoff thing or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
I got it for free with that and just forgot to cancel.
That'll happen.
But then I noticed how much better it is without commercials.
Yeah, it's really noticeable when you're listening to music because like you're in the flow rocking out, and then 2 commercials because you had one at the end of the video and one at the beginning of the next video. And if you're real unlucky, you'll get 3 short ads right in a row.
I watch a lot of YouTube, and here, you guys want to know the truth though? If you want to support your favorite creators and you're like, I watch all the ads for them, that's not the way to do it. YouTube Premium, we make far more off of that than we do ads, unless you're like really a big person.
Yeah.
As small as this channel is, I make more than double on YouTube Red than I do from whatever ad they're like, well, we'll let you have this one.
That's because your CPM sucks.
Dangerous says Cobra Kai was a surprisingly good show. It was, but they kind of forced the narrative a bit. I've never watched past season 1. I enjoyed season 1. I thought the whole idea of Johnny's life just being shit. He deserved to be shit. He was a shitty person. That's how you see it. But him having this kind of a redemption arc. But then they take Daniel, and he's like, oh my God, he's evil. He treats him like he's Voldemort and shit. It was just a little over the top, even for me, even for an 80s thing. All right, Jack, we got another video here.
Yep.
With kids and the pride bullshit.
There are a few things in life that give me hope for the younger generation, and these 2 videos have done that.
Here we go. The teacher is showing some pro-pride bullshit on the screen.
Propaganda, just call it what it is.
Yeah, propaganda, yeah.
Why are you showing this to kids?
Even the kid gets it there. Why are you showing this to kids? And if I heard correctly, Jack, this was in a math class?
Yes.
This is a math class. 2 plus 2 equals 0 because they were all gay.
1 plus 0 equals wiener in a butthole.
Hey, I'll warn you guys now, if you're going to be inappropriate, I will have supervision down and give all of you a Saturday school for next year.
If you guys are inappropriate, I'm going to give you detention next year. This is the end of their school year.
Yeah. Yeah,
I will
I'm
give you
going to punish you 4 months from now for something you're doing now.
This is fucking retarded, man.
Yeah. But this is the type of shit that they're going to pull to force this propaganda down people's throats. Indoctrination starts with the young, and it's easier to do it when people are young. Thankfully, I think this is a high school class. These kids are sick of this shit too. You can hear them booing and groaning. And I don't blame them. I would have been pissed off too if I was in high school.
Rebel, thanks for dropping our link over there on Rumble. We can't pin it, but we appreciate you doing that for us.
Appreciate that, man. And
what a
thank you to,
propagandist would say
Danger.
for $200. Sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to laugh there.
That's right. Thanks to Dangerous and Stargazer for dropping the links in the.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Kids are getting tired of this. And frankly, they always tell us, you know, oh, you got to push these kids to college. There's just so much more to learn now. So much more to learn. Have you tried actually teaching them?
No. Look, teaching has been pretty fucked up since I was in college in the mid 90s.
Sure.
They were pushing some of this shit back then, but not like they are now. Nowhere near. I got out real early on. Like right around 2000, I was like, I don't want to be in schools. This is too risky. Kids get away with too much. And you catch one accusation, your life is ruined. This is so much worse. And I feel bad for these kids. Thankfully, they have voices out there that are telling them how stupid this shit is.
Wabba Jack, thank you so much. Invitations to Ted Kaczynski's funeral have been mailed out, but nobody wants to open them.
Well, thankfully, they're not from him, so
you don't know. It could be part of his will. I want these sent.
I won't open them either. That is a good one, Wobberjack. But yeah, he committed suicide allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh
man. Yeah, with this stuff, you know, it's not just this. I mean, they've been screwing with education. Like, look, we've been teaching kids math in this manner for this long, and most of them get it. So we need to change the way we do it.
Yeah. Well, look, they honestly do not care about passing grades anymore. You know, actually teaching kids, because look at the standards and how they've dropped over the years. Instead of trying to figure out what's wrong with the way they're teaching, they double down and just lower the requirements.
Yeah.
You're no longer required to read or do basic math to graduate in Oregon anymore, or Washington State.
I bet you that there's some kind of requirement for LGBT participation.
Yeah, you probably had to give a couple of handies and blowjobs to people. And share a bathroom with somebody of the opposite naughty bits.
Lieber says we suck at math, reading, and critical thinking. Yeah, it's because it's not being taught. It just isn't. And that video we just watched was from a fucking math class.
Yeah, I understand it's the end of the school year, and you probably ran out of material to actually go over, and you can't really, because your curriculum falls in a certain pattern, and sometimes you at the end of the year you have like 2 or 3 days where there's no time to teach anything and test them on it, because you have to have all your paperwork in. So you just watch a video.
Yeah.
Okay, I can buy that. But then to threaten to punish them, look, you're supposed to play something they're going to enjoy for a video, or at least something educational, not some fucking propaganda piece of people running around with pride flags everywhere like it's the North Korean manifesto.
The only last day of school I remember of all my schooling years was 6th grade. And the only reason I remember it is because we were allowed to listen to music, and we were just, basically it was a goof off day. And the teacher leaves the room, and somebody changed the music from whatever the hell was on to a tape of 2 Live Crew. So we're in 6th grade listening to Hey, We Want Some Pussy.
Wow.
And I was singing along to it, and my girlfriend at the time looked at me and went, how do you know this song? In school, Jack, I was very, very well behaved. I really was, up until mom dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had this kind of clean guy image, and I'm sitting there singing the song, and my girlfriend like, oh my God, I can't believe you know this. Like, we live in the hood. How do you not know this song?
I had a much different image. It was much more school shooter-esque.
No, I've heard that about you. Black trench coat?
No, I had an army trench coat, actually.
Oh, okay.
Out there somewhere is a photograph of me wearing this green military trench coat, holding an AK-47 while I'm shooting it.
Nice.
Yeah, that one is going to resurface at the worst possible time in my life, I'm sure.
There's a multiverse where that went completely different.
Yes. Well, I could have been a trendsetter. I'm just saying.
Indeed. No, yeah. Most of the other last days of school, though, is true. I mean, we didn't do anything, and I get that. Yeah, you watch a video or something, but now it's just indoctrinate. You know what? This would be a good day to indoctrinate. We didn't do enough of it over the last 180 days.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, real quick, let me grab a couple of things. Firstly, thank you, Keldrig. The irony of all this is, in their attempts to take advantage of the youth, our new overlords overlooked a critical element of youth: rebellion against authority. Yes, they have overplayed their hand to the point where they've saturated this shit. And they've become so fanatical with it. Now it's not cool. You just look like a dick.
In fairness to them, and I just listen to what I say as I say the rest of that. In fairness to them, it's worked on the last 2 generations. There was a time when we were told that Gen Z is the most conservative generation since before the boomers. And look at them now.
Yeah.
The indoctrination worked on them.
But then each subsequent year, more and more of those people that were brainwashed became zealots. So the zealots always push it a little more each time. And now you're getting these younger teachers that are so completely in it that they don't see that there's no subtlety or nuance anymore.
They're all in. Have you seen the controversy going around about the titties exposed at the White House?
Yes. Before we get to that, though, let me grab this other
one.
Oh,
yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Rogue Thought. Thanks, gentlemen. Finally seeing some pushback against this cult. Now, the trick is going to be to continue to feed the rebellion against this shit and support the kids that are pushing back, because that's where the challenge lies. They could easily crush this because they're authoritarians. But we've got to nurture that.
Within the system, they will do everything they can to crush this. These kids are going to be punished harshly for this.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be excoriated. But that's why we have to support them in their freedom of speech and pushing back. And we have to subvert the will of authoritarians at every turn. That's why we're Americans, because we didn't like this shit 250 years ago. We sure as shit don't need to like it now.
I've mentioned the whole rebellious spirit of the United States being lost many times.
Mm-hmm.
Look, there's, some conformity is necessary for a society, Jack, but we've been the rebels. We kick the fuckers out. We tell the government to go fuck themselves. We give police officers the finger. It's just who we are. And we're losing that spirit because they just crush these kids.
Yes.
And it's no longer through 12th grade. Now it's all the way into their early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
And we got them. We'll get them on the commie bandwagon, because that's what this shit is. Let's just be honest about it.
Yeah, it's not even subtle.
So I brought up the thing, and I'm pretty sure we can show these because, well, why not? This person is mad because there's outrage over. This is at the White House. Now, they say this. I doubt they'd have such outrage if this was, say, Chris Pratt or Jack Black going topless at the White House. One, Jack Black should never go topless.
Fact.
He's built like me. Keep your damn shirt on in public. But I don't think anybody should be running around topless at the White House.
No, it's weird.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah, show some decorum for the environment you're in.
And then it goes on to say, in fact, there were guys shirtless at the White House next to her on the same day. How come nobody's talking about them?
Because nobody cares about the little soy boy who's
trying to. This is not a boy.
I don't care what it is. This little soy mongrel. These people are idiots. I don't give. It's disrespectful to the ideals of the nation. Again, it's like going into an office wearing a loincloth and pooping on the conference table. Have some respect for the situation you're in. You know, it's not a requirement, but you should show respect. And these people have zero respect for the country, the freedoms that they get to enjoy, or anything like that. This is all about like, oh, look how special I am. Look at me. Oh my God, I'm so amazing.
The truth is, the reason that the trans woman took out her fake boobies is because the trans men took out theirs, and she said she did it as a show of support, which I have no reason to disbelieve her on that.
I think they just like whipping their nipples out.
But this right here, see that under the breast right there?
Yeah,
that's a scar.
Yeah.
This is a chick. And there's been several people who have mentioned it that, yeah, this is disgusting. But the only one that the I guess counter common sense side, oh, put her big titties. Nobody cares about that. It's the disrespect of all of it, you fucking idiots.
Yep.
You went to the White House to meet the president and you whipped your tits out.
Did you ever see Idiocracy?
I have not. I've heard good things.
Yes. This is the type of thing you would see in there where President Macho Camacho would be like, damn, whipping your titties out, playing with his guns. It's the type of thing that somebody that has no concept of decorum would think is funny and appropriate in this situation. These people have no sense of where they're at, what the place is. And they don't care because it's like taking selfies at Auschwitz, making duck lips and hold up your two fingers. It's not appropriate for the venue.
Well, the White House did respond to this. They were asked about it, and they condemned it.
Which
and
actually
people who are mad
me.
about them. I'm not surprised at all because there were boobs out.
Well, they put.
If this was anywhere else,
latrine out all the time. What are you talking about?
The trans woman there, she put out a video where she's like, "I am in favor of free the nipple." Lady, me too, but not at the White House.
Not those nipples. Boobs look so gross fake.
Look, not everybody can have good nipples, right? I'm of the opinion that boobs shouldn't be as big a deal as we make them. And if a woman wants to go topless because it's hot, fuck it, do your thing.
That's just because you want to see titties.
Yes, exactly. It's 100%.
Yeah, that's why.
And I always hear, why are guys trying to keep women down? You know who keeps that? That's women who are like, no, don't take your titties out in public. That's a woman thing. I've never heard a guy, Jack, be like, I don't want to see titties. I'm offended by them, and if I see them, I fly into a rage. So please you got to keep the titties put away.
I've heard that from gay men.
Maybe a preacher, gay men. The majority of men, though, are like, wait, there's titties?
Yeah, that's true.
Aside from breastfeeding, why do women want their boobs out in public? Look, as a guy, I'll just be honest with you. I do feel bad for women having to keep their titties covered all the time. It gets hot outside. taking off your shirt's a good way to let heat out. Those things for some of you aren't comfortable to begin with because they pull on your back and shit. They just a big flab of fat hanging off the front of you. I don't want to see Lizzo get her girls out. Look, you got to take the good with the bad, right?
That's how you get
You
the
can't
back
just
to
be
life.
okay. You know what we could do? We could have a titty committee, and if you want to go topless in public, you have to go see them, and they can tell you yes or no.
Yeah, you need
And me and Jack will
approval
be. Yeah, me and Jack will be the committee.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the people that want to show their tits are always the people whose tits you don't want to see.
That's fair. I
It's
really
like a
do
nudist
think it's
park.
a double. That's fair. I think it's a double standard. I do get the sexual characteristics of the breast, but I think we would be a lot less. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Puritanical?
Affected by it if you just saw them more often. You would become titty desensitized.
Unfortunately, the boobs are still very sexualized because they are, and dudes want to play with them. So, yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea because we have some people with no impulse control that'll absolutely grab boobs or jump chicks. So, who knows?
Well, that's the other side of it. If they did that, ladies, they're like, okay, you can go topless. You don't get a bitch that somebody looks at them.
Yeah.
As long as they're not being inappropriate, they're not making comments or anything, they're just looking at your boobs because you have them out. I mean, you got them out. What do you expect? I feel like if I walked around with my dong out, women would be like staring at it. And not necessarily even because they want it. They'd be like, does he have his dick out? You know what I mean?
Tell people it points north.
And women are foul, so they would be staring at free roaming dicks.
Yeah.
Got free range dick today, ladies.
Real quickly, thank you, Alan, who says morning. Good morning, Alan. Hope you're doing well. Thank you.
Free range dick. I'm proud of that one, I'm gonna be honest. All right, what else do I have? YouTube. I just want to bring this up. They tweeted this out. Fill in the blank. I hope my content makes people feel blank. What?
An orgasm.
Alan, thanks so much for the donation. Appreciate it. Hope you're well, my friend. I hope my content makes people feel. I mean, feel entertained? Would that be a thing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I don't want you guys to feel most of the time. I actually want you to think.
No, here we go. Generous.
Generous is a good term. I want y'all to think. Is it wrong that I think thinking is more important? I really hate that everything has become I feel. No, you think, dumbass.
No, unfortunately, most people feel these days. They don't think. If they thought, they wouldn't be falling for a lot of this nonsense.
No, if you say I feel you might be wrong, you can't feel that somebody's wrong. That's fucking retarded. It's one of the things that the internet has done that I really hate is that the whole I feel thing. Stop feeling and start thinking. Don't feel.
Difficult.
Think, dumbass. I'm sorry. What was that?
No, that's going to be difficult for a lot of people because they're so involved in their own feelings.
When I was a professor, I tried to get my students not to say I feel, but to say I think. Andrew, that's the right way to be. Because I feel, unless you're talking about, I feel so bad right now, I'm depressed. Or something that's actually a fucking feeling, then what you just said is retarded.
Yeah.
And look, I'm guilty of it too because it has become, just the way people speak. And I've tried breaking myself of it.
It's not easy to break everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, so California is moving ahead with a proposed bill for parents to lose custody of their child if they don't affirm the child's gender. Can you guess who's behind it, Jack?
Scott Wiener.
Scott Wiener.
Yeah, I read that.
And
already.
some giant black girl I don't know.
Lizzo?
No, I don't know who this. I don't even know if that's actually a female. You know, we talked.
When you're
real
that fat,
quick,
it doesn't
this
matter.
just reminded me. We talked about the Tonys last night and how gay people want it all. The male performer of the year looked like a woman. And I don't mean they just had feminine qualities. I mean they were in full dress, pearls. They were the man of the year there for acting on Broadway. Looks like a chick.
Sam Brighton?
I don't know who it was.
The luggage thief?
No, not that one. No. This is a big black girl guy thing. The state believes they own your child. What happens in California always spreads to the rest of the country. I don't necessarily believe that's true anymore. They definitely have a lot of outsized influence on us. I don't know why. The land of kitty rape and drought. I don't know why everybody wants to be like them.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Scott Wiener is going to be out there. He's going to be taking your kids if you don't affirm their gender. What state was it that just banning books?
Oh, I don't remember.
You see that stupid shit?
Yeah, they cannot afford to risk losing. And there's even a hint that some governor somewhere might strip some book about sucking dick from a middle school shelf. They're going to fight it tooth and nail, and that's how they're going to do it.
Yep, the bill makes it so that librarians have absolute say in what goes into the library. Now, I'll be honest with you, Jack. In a public library, sure. In school libraries, no. Mostly because we've already seen what they've been putting in the libraries.
Yeah.
Which is disturbing. Hey, let's put porn in there. It's not like they aren't already. Anyhow, so yeah, if you're in California, make sure that you affirm your child's gender. They're going to take the kid from you. All right. Don't care about that. I just want to put this meme on screen, Jack, because it made me laugh. This is a guy from the NFL. I'm not sure who he is. But LGB, you guys need to pay attention to this. Did you see this? On the left, I think he's a Raider. It says LGB, and then on the right, it says TQIA+. The one's just a gay guy. He's just gay. And on the other side, you have that Jeffrey, I want to fuck your kids guy.
Yeah, Jeffrey Marsh.
Gay people.
It's creepy weird.
Yeah. Gay people, you need to separate yourself from the TQIA+ bullshit. It's toxic. And by toxic, I mean they want to put their dicks in. Yeah, they want to put their dicks in kids and shit. We got to show this to kids. No, you don't.
I suspect that in previous iterations, whenever the gays have gotten rights, this is exactly how it fell apart for them too. People started saying, "Look, you've got these pedos that are associating with you. We don't trust you anymore."
The irony of the B in LGBT. What's the irony of the B? I'm confused. T doesn't belong in there. Once again, these ones, the LGB, that's sexuality. The T on is just how you present yourself or want to be called or want to be seen. It has nothing to do with sexuality and doesn't belong in there. That'd be like including white people when you're in BLM and white people. What? One of those things isn't like the other. Why would you be advocating for white people as BLM? And I'm not supporting BLM. I'm just making the point that not all things get mixed together. This is intersectional bullshit is what this is.
Yeah.
And they are writing on the backs, your cum-stained backs, they are right on top. That's wrong. They're writing on your backs. It is a little bit wrong.
Riding on your backs and not in a fun sexual way. Real quick.
You ever hear the joke, how does a gay man fake an orgasm?
How?
I'm just going to leave it there and let people look that one up. Go ahead and do your donation.
Thank you, Dixie Rose, for that feminist donation. Won't be long before it's illegal to homeschool. Oh, they've been trying that for a long time. The leftists were trying that shit back in like the 80s and 90s. And they're pushing hard for that again. And it wouldn't surprise me if some states do end up passing a lot stronger legislation against homeschooling.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to see a push for that, especially if Biden loses the election. But thank you, Dixie Rose. Appreciate it.
Monkey Sailor Blood is coming out today. Yeah, it runs through my veins. I can't help it. I wasn't a sailor myself, but my real dad was a sailor. Did anyone see the debate between Blair White and Destiny? No, but I'll have to check it out. Were they arguing trans stuff? Because that's one of the places me and Destiny, because I agree with Destiny on probably about half of what he says. This is in the half where he's just wrong.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
That just sounds like a cat fight, honestly. Like,
was there what was it that Dave Rubin said during the Candace Owens one? Candace and Blair?
Oh, I don't remember.
Girls. What was it? Somebody remind us.
Girls.
Because they just kept yelling at each other. I want to throw this in.
Away.
Guys, that's it. Thank you. Guys. Jack, I have a new favorite account that I'm following over on Twitter that I found yesterday. I'm going to throw it into chat. It's a guy who is documenting the Western trans genocide and the LGBTQ state of emergency.
Oh, God.
Today is June 13th, 2023. Day 58 of the Western trans genocide and day 7 of the LGBTQ state of emergency. It's been 1 week since they declared the national state of emergency for LGBTQIA LMNOP plus people, and I've just experienced the most traumatic event since I began reporting on this very issue. I went to the DMV today to change my gender marker, and no one, not one person, asked me for my pronouns. Additionally, I was not celebrated for this sacred rite of passage. There were no pride flags, fireworks, or drag queens. After I got my new license, I went to the all-gender restroom and unceremoniously cried. Then I left with my head hung low. Despite the certain PTSD I will carry with me for the rest of my life, I've yet to be genocided. We'll continue to monitor. I fucking love this dude.
Well, that's getting a follow.
This motherfucker's got a sense of humor about this shit. Never
so a sorry, man, guys, just a dyke in denial.
Yep. For the record, he was just reading their bio.
Yes, that was the person's
YouTube
bio that I was reading.
Yeah, I'll throw it on the screen for you guys. He said, serial cross-dresser and sarcastic asshole, never a man, just a dyke in denial. Yeah, I saw their post yesterday because of Mike Harlow, and yeah, that was an immediate follow. I don't know if I agree with them on anything else or not, but that part, they do have a sense of humor, and that always that'll win me over. If you're funny, you'll win me over.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you found it through Mike Harlow. That dude's funny as shit.
Well, he just found it yesterday too. Apparently, I don't know how he found it. Oh God, do we want to talk about Paul Ryan? Yeah, just briefly. It kind of goes with what we've been talking about. Paul Ryan came out and he was on CBS this morning, and he says, "I am not a culture war guy. I think it's really polarizing. I'm worried about a debt crisis, the future of our country, and China." You can be worried about more than one thing.
Yeah.
But what bothers me there is he says the future of our country. I don't get into the culture wars. I'm worried about the future of our country.
It's that kind of the point.
Dumbass said what? War. Yeah, right. Commies are moving in, you stupid fuck. They're mutilating children, Jack.
I know.
I actually
What's a
saw
little
somebody
child butchery when you're trying to worry about China?
No, I heard the other day they don't even do mastectomies on little kids, on early teens. No, that's not even real. Except for all the kids who've done it.
Oh, yeah. Hate fact.
And this prick has the nerve to go, I'm worried about the future of the country. This is the future of the country, you dumb son of a bitch. The fuck are you talking about? Look, Jack, you and I do a 2-hour show every night, right?
Pretty much, yep.
We talk about the culture war often. We've talked about the debt in China too.
Yeah. Those are probably two of our biggest topics.
Jesus Christ. Paul Ryan is a pussy and always has been.
Yeah.
He is a rhino piece of shit. You think he ever got to snuggle with Roaming Millennial?
Oh my God. I would pay money for that experience. Tell me, Lauren.
Snuggle with Paul Ryan?
No,
Lauren. Gotcha.
Yeah. I'd be Big Spoon if it was me and Paul Ryan.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm always Big Spoon. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. He doesn't look like a good snuggler, though.
No, he doesn't. If you and I snuggled, I'd probably have to be Small Spoon because you're taller than me. But
yeah.
That's why I would never... It's why I'd never snuggle with you.
Yeah, it'd be too awkward.
I'm Big
Spoon. You can't
have
have two Big Spoons. It's like a polarity thing, you know.
Yeah, 2 big spoons is just like a silverware drawer.
Yeah.
Don't care about that one. Don't really care about that.
Spoonie said, "I'm the big spoon." Yes, Spoonie, you are.
Okay, Jack. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this. I haven't. I just saw it yesterday, and then again today. The U.S. women's soccer team, which just got a huge raise, remember, because they deserved it.
Is this about the Ryan Reynolds team?
No, it's not just that. It's not just the Wrexham Dragons. They got their ass kicked all over Europe. At one point,
let me be surprised. Hang on.
At one point, they played like 5 or 6 teams, and the total combined score was 24-1. They played Wrexham Dragons, who are just barely out of the bottom tier of soccer in England or in Europe, and got their asses kicked 12-0.
Yeah, which in soccer is unheard of. That is beyond a blowout.
Who the fuck wins 12-0 in soccer?
I think the we used to go watch Columbus Crew play. My buddy used to get free tickets. And I think the harshest game we saw was like 4-0. And I was like, oh, that's so stunning and awesome. What a waste of time. But 12-0? Holy shit, that's like 3 or 4 soccer games.
I wish I had that video because there's this one chick, one of the players right beforehand. She says, Ryan Reynolds should be here. We're about to kick his team's ass.
Yeah, Rapinoe. Dumb bitch.
12-0.
Yeah, JMK. It
Look.
reminds me of the Generals versus the Globetrotters.
Yeah. And look, I'm not being mean to women. You just don't have the strength and speed that we do, and you never will. This is just a reminder. They got their asses kicked by a 15 team. The players on the team are 15. It was a JV team.
Yeah, the high school JV team.
And the world champion women's soccer team got their asses whipped.
That reminds me. Did
they're
you
like,
see
"We-
the? Oh, sorry.
We deserve the money. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We like the money. It's all about the money. Did you see that the women's rugby team has a trans person on it now?
Yep.
Somebody's gonna get really fucking hurt doing that. I've met chick rugby players, and they're pretty tough. But even they admitted they could not go up against dudes.
Yeah.
Rugby
we're
players,
just
they're
stronger.
just guys that like to fight. Yeah.
It doesn't look, that is not a slant or a slight against women. It's really not. But stay in your lane. You're the best women players in the world sometimes. And that's a great thing. Good for you. But you would still lose to our men's team who gets kicked out in the first round every fucking year. That's just true. Anyhow, I just thought that shit was funny. 12-0 against the Wrexham. I think it's Nate the lawyer has a video up about the 24-1 thing. So check that out if you guys want to see it. I want to put this on the screen and point out that I got tricked by this for half a second today, Jack.
Uh-oh.
Somebody posted that they'd been shot by this many times and they thought that it should be outlawed.
Yeah, it's a camera.
And then because I knew who the person was, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right, I took a really close look at this. Yeah, the barrel's a tripod, and the rest of it is just cameras placed in different. There's even a light meter in there.
Yeah. Well, that's some nice gear.
It just made me laugh because it's a really nice setup the way they did it.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
Those are
But
some
yeah,
expensive
if I hadn't
lenses.
known, yeah, those are some really expensive cameras, man. There's like 4 cameras in that picture.
Yeah.
Being gay takes fortitude and true grit, and in order to have these superpowers, you have to embrace the marvel that you are. Gay Like Me is a celebration of gay identity and a powerful warning to gay men in the world.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Gay guys, apparently you have superpowers.
Being a power
Look, I'm
bottom
be
is
honest
not a
with you.
superpower.
As a straight man who has a compulsion about people not getting anywhere near my ass, I can see that you guys are stronger than me in that sense. Because you're like, nah, go ahead, touch it. But superpowers? Oh shit. Did you see the oh fuck, I gotta find
50-50. Probably not.
It is an ad that I didn't even realize it was an ad when I was watching it. Until the very end when you see what it is. Is it this one? No. Hang on, I gotta find it. Somebody sent it to me. Shit, where's it at?
This is how we are
Did
off
somebody
the
tag-
stream, guys. Where we're just like ranting, rambling. Oh, did you see this? I don't know. Did you see this?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Darth Mondo sent it. Now
Yeah,
the
he's always
tweet
up to
says,
something.
I wish Russia would take over America. I really don't. But I understand what they're talking about. So, Jack, hang on. My internet must be fucking up real bad. Okay. We are going to turn the music way down, hopefully not get a copyright strike. We'll just turn it all the way off. Now, I realize you guys are watching this in slideshow, but you should get it. We got a gay superhero.
What is happening?
Don't worry, it'll explain. And they're flying up. This is my favorite part. They fly in front of the straight white man here.
They're always so evil looking.
And he splats into a building.
Ha ha, stupid man. With his penis.
Here's they spread the love, and for some reason there's 2 soldiers on this Navy ship. I haven't figured out why the Navy guys are in camp. Maybe they're Marines. That could be possible.
No, they're probably Army guys.
It would explain the hand
holding.
holding.
No, nobody can see them because they're camouflaged.
Oh, they're sneaking on the boat?
Yeah.
Because that was clearly a destroyer of something or something of that kind that the Army really doesn't possess.
Yeah.
But who cares when you're sharing the rainbow?
Yeah. Taste the rainbow.
And Laverne Cox, that's who this is supposed to be. Have you seen Laverne Cox?
I don't think she looks anything like that, and I'm pretty sure she can't fly.
Can I ask why the black girl got blonde hair when she got superpowers?
Cultural appropriation?
I guess so. Laverne Cox, award winner. Yeah, because she got a dick.
So,
and then we just got some. Go ahead.
She went from being an ugly little black girl, to being a dude in blonde hair.
No, she went from being a ugly little dude into a ugly dude with long blonde hair.
Oh, I thought that was supposed to be a girl at the beginning. This is confusing.
Now, at this point, if you've seen it, do not answer. But at this point, what would you guess this is an ad for? Jack, what do you think this is an ad for?
Cultural reform.
That's a good guess. That would be a good guess. You're not right, though, but that would...
honestly, this looks like an ad for Chinese invasion. Like, I look at this and I think this is all the shit that's wrong with American culture. It's like the lack of subtlety, the constantly beating you over the head with symbolism, the lack of subtlety.
Bubba, goddamn, I can't read that one out loud, but that's funny as shit. All right. We've got several guesses. Only one of you's kind of close. And the Vern's going to fly up there. Look, I think that's somebody in a wheelchair right there. I don't know why.
Oh, of course it is.
Why you got somebody in a wheelchair at the top of stairs?
It's Greg Abbott.
That seems dangerous.
It does. It also is how OJ got hurt in Naked Gun 3. Remember the football game?
Uh-huh. Black Hebrew Israelite says OnlyFans. That's actually a good guess, but no.
Ooh.
All right. She's coming back. We got to turn. You know what? I think it just says it on the screen. That waistline got a lot thicker.
Yeah.
A lot thicker.
The shoulders got a lot broader, too.
This is an ad for SodaStream soda makers.
What?
Yep. Eldridge, thank you so much. Laverne Cox, what a fitting name, right? Their name should have been I Got a Cop. Yeah, that ad that we just watched that had literally nothing to do with soda was for a soda maker.
No, that was Russian propaganda that just changed the end of it. God damn, what the hell? How does
Yep,
this
yep,
help us
yep.
sell burgers? Burgers.
I don't know.
The remember that meme?
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know how this is supposed to help anything.
I don't know. This is fucking dumb. This stuff is so stupid.
I am not going to buy your product because of how proud you are of gay. I don't care how proud you are of gay. Unless for some reason I needed a specifically gay product.
Yeah.
If you want me to buy your soda maker, tell me about how good the soda is it makes, you stupid shits.
Yeah, this is shameless pandering. It's propaganda with a sales pitch at the very end that makes no sense.
Yeah. It's just fucking weird is what it is. Yes, I was watching that. I'm like, what the fuck am I even watching? And then to get to that part, I'm like, of course.
I hate this so much.
Me too. I was thinking the whole time, why did her hair go blonde? Is that a thing in superheroes?
Not really.
And when she lands, her hair doesn't go back to the other color when she comes out of her superhero costume. So I don't know. Maybe it's like Rogue and she just has that one, white stripe thing. I don't know. Who wants to buy trans soda?
Well, it did transform from water into soda, so I guess there is some transformation there.
I suppose. I just don't know what the fuck that had to do. I don't know what that had to do with anything. Soda Stream is actually pretty good. The only time I've ever had it was actually this family reunion we just went to. And whoever made it didn't know how, so there was no sugar at all. It just tasted like orange seltzer water, and seltzer water tastes like shit. So I'll take your word for it that it's good. I know a lot of people like it. But yeah, that one tasted like ass. Anyhow, if you guys want to support trans rights and go buy a soda machine, I guess.
Fucking ridiculous. So fucking stupid.
I know, right? I mean, it's everywhere. And then I saw some asshole like, the only people I see talking about Pride Month are people who are conservative and don't like it. Like, bitch, you ain't paying attention then, because it's everywhere. It's on fucking soda machines, Jack.
Yeah, well, it's become a marketing thing, which is another reason the kids don't think it's cool.
I'm telling you guys.
I'm still riding the high of watching those kids groan and bitch about having to watch the propaganda film.
Did you read that one story about the guy who's I think it was his son or his daughter's like, it was his daughter. I'm the opposite sex now. So dad says, "Oh, so am I," and dressed up as a woman and took him to school repeatedly.
Yes.
And then they're finally like, "Okay, I'm not really like this."
Yep.
I need you to stop, Dad.
Public humiliation goes a long way, which is why I advocate for the elderly picking up slang from young people and repeating it all the time, because it gets rid of a lot of this stupid shit. Yes. For one, find that to be total cap, yo.
That's what you just said. Slaps, man. That's fire. That's fire.
No, you gotta say it more deadpan. That is fire. It slaps so hard.
No, see, I think you got to say it like you actually mean it.
Oh, hey, that slaps, man.
That slaps, yo. And then every so often throw in an old one, like, that slaps. Don't be a square.
That was a gnarly slap with that feminine penis, yo.
Anyhow,
Jack
brought some actual news.
As an old man.
Oh yeah. Look, there was a time when everybody was getting tattoos, and still people get tattoos, but it's not the trend it was because old people started doing it. And it's not cool when grandma comes in with, a dagger on her shoulder, on her wrinkly ass shoulder, and like, Look what I got.
Yeah, because
Old
saggy old people stuff. Can you imagine how uncool tattoos are going to be in like 30 years?
They're already getting there, man.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for it because I'm not a fan of tattoos. I still say they belong on sailors and old bikers. You can have them. It's your body. I don't give a shit, but
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of them.
I kind of feel bad for bikers because, tattoos used to be like, leave me alone. And now they're like, come talk to me and tell me all about your little tattoo you got there, mister.
I've told this story before. I don't know if I've done it on this show, but my favorite ever, it was on Facebook, and it's this skinny kid. He couldn't have weighed 98 pounds. He couldn't have. And he's like, my tattoos do not mean I'm a badass. No shit. You didn't have to tell me that. Your tattoos look like you want to look like a badass.
Yeah.
I could thunk you on the head with my middle finger. Thunk. And you would fall over, bitch.
Anymore, when I see people with tattoos, I'm just thinking, like, you're trying too hard, dude. Because, first of all, they don't get good ink. They just get ink. So they don't go to a good tattoo artist. You have to choose carefully. And they get shitty, stupid theme ones.
I've seen really awesome tattoos. Personally, it's not something that I find appealing in any way on other people or myself.
Yeah.
It's like when I see something like what's that cute chick? Mac is her last name.
Melanie?
Fuck. Melanie Mac, yeah, the one that had the stalker.
Yeah.
She's cute as shit from the neck up. And then as it starts going down, there's fucking ink everywhere. And it's ugly. It's her body. If you guys like it, that's fine.
I'll be the first to admit that I largely do not like tattoos on women.
No.
There are exceptions because some chicks are more attractive than others, but most of the time I find it to be a major turnoff, and it usually says psychological problems.
She fell asleep on a newspaper. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And for the record, I feel the same way about guys when they're all tatted up like that. I think you look ridiculous.
I don't look at dudes very often, so
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And I have seen some Jack with if like a very elegant kind of thing. Maybe a little creep tattoo, not a creep, but something creeping down their thigh, something in the small of the back that's not a come here thing. Mm-hmm. I've seen a few that are all right. I get what you were going for. It's not completely ugly, but you should stop where you are.
Yeah.
Or otherwise you're gonna look really bad.
It's quality over quantity too. If you have nicely done ink, it's a lot more presentable than like, well, you have a potpourri going on here, and I don't really know what's what. You have it themed.
And look, again, it's your body, and if you like them, never dislike something because of me or be like, I can't listen. We all like what we like. I've just never been a fan of tattoos. I'm not a fan of a whole bunch of piercings either.
Yeah, that usually is some sort of psychological thing.
Not just the nose kind of thing, but the face more than if you have a couple in your ear, fine. But these chicks who get them to go all the way around the ear,
yeah,
you look weird.
Your ear's gonna fall off. Knock it off.
Yeah, stop that shit.
With the tattoos, it has to be easy to cover up too, or you're restricted to rock star or tattoo artist.
Ebony says, I like sleeve tattoos. I mean, if you like them, that's cool. I'm going to be honest. I don't understand tattoos on black people.
I think if you're lighter skinned, it's fine. But
for the most part, I can't make out what it is.
Yeah,
I have
the
to
darker
squint. Like,
skin.
Oh,
yeah, you have to keep them up kept too, or they become difficult to see. Real quick, thank you, Keldrick.
Ebony.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Ebony says that's racist, Monk. No, it's not. It's just true. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Keldrick. Old people doing young people things works, man. My mom unironically uses emojis and I hate it. Yep. Telling
There you
you,
go.
that's how we're going to break a lot of these stupid things that are going on right now. The more middle-aged women I can get on TikTok, the faster that ship will sink.
Oh, you know, it's nuts. I was just going to say that. Black people who get tattoos, the outlines should be in white
You know,
for the contrast. Oh, and
Yeah.
Ebony, I knew you were kidding, sweetie.
I worked at a tanning salon for several years when I was in college. It's one of my multiple jobs. And we had black people that tanned. And I'm like, really? What are you doing here?
All right.
Yeah. We had one lady
I mean, I
that
suppose so.
was a white lady that tanned so much. You know, they always say you turn it orange. There's a stage after that where you start to turn purple. She was at that stage. She looked like a grape. Nice lady. And she would have been really hot if she wasn't like a quickly shriveling purple prune.
We had a teacher in middle school. She was one of our gym teachers. She was one of those chicks. She tanned naturally all the time. And she was only like 35. And she looked like she was older than Biden.
Yeah.
The bitch obviously never used sunscreen in her life. She looked like a wrinkled old bag. Real quick, Foreign points out that white doesn't stay. And I understand that. And that's why you'd have to keep up with it. It's got to be something that stands out, though, because on darker skin, the darker the skin is, the harder that black outline is to see.
Yeah. Lieberwolf said to use purple ink. And to me, that would make more sense because the contrast would be a little sharper. But
get a dark brown piece of construction paper. Get a dark brown piece of construction paper and a pile of markers. And draw on that dark brown construction paper. Put it across the room and see if you can tell what you drew.
I think, have you seen this thing where they use ultraviolet ink so that
no,
yeah, you can get like a black light and it lights up the tattoo, otherwise you can't see it. I don't know what the long-term ramifications of something like that would be, but black people could go with that. That would look fucking awesome. You walk into like a club or something and your skin starts to glow.
Yeah, but do you really want to get glowing skin and AIDS?
I don't know. I don't have that kind of free time for any of this shit.
Faithless is right. That's a rave tattoo, and raves are hella gay.
I agree, but at the same time, it could look really cool. Okay, let's say you're a big buff dude, right? You're a big buff black dude like LL Cool J when he was younger, not now that he's kind of fat and old. And you're out at a club and somebody's fucking with your woman and you take it outside under all the neon lights and your skin, you have like tribal tattoos. You just rip your shirt off and you get all that fucking like glow. That would look badass. Sorry. People be like, I'm in an action movie. Time to go home.
Can we talk about drunk women?
Yeah, sure.
Have you seen that video out of Toronto of that white chick losing her shit and dropping about 1,500 N-bombs?
Oh, the blonde whore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not... Look, Toronto, I don't know what's going on up there. And this is a video I won't show on YouTube. I know some people have, but this woman is hella racist. Not only does she scream the N-word over and over and over, she assaults what? 1, 2, 3, at least 5 people in this video, only one of which hit her first.
Yeah, and she had it coming too. She dropped the N-bomb.
She really
pretty
did.
hardcore. She went hard R.
And screaming it at the top of her lungs. Don't give women alcohol. Nothing good comes of it. I know some of you get laid from it, okay? But there's nothing that comes from it. Nothing good. Speaking of drunk woman, Fair and Balanced sold her channel to who would buy that shit? I wonder how much I could get for my channel, Jack. Maybe.
I don't know. You could probably get $20.
Probably something like that. Enough to buy a little bit of ramen that I can't eat anymore because I'm trying to eat well. By the way, I've been keeping up with that. I've been keeping up with eating well. I splurged a little bit on my son's birthday. And I didn't even have a whole piece. I had a third of a piece of brownie because he wanted brownies for his birthday. You know how hard it is to eat only a third of a brownie?
I don't see the point.
It still tasted good.
Yeah, but you've had like a little sample of it. It's just like a little kick in the nuts. You know, like, here's a little bit of food you love. Haha, no more. Fuck you.
Fair enough. But look, there's always another time for a brownie. Remember, between Halloween and my birthday, I don't have diabetes. So I'm just waiting for October, man.
Eagle said I ate half a pound of cake already.
No, I'm trying to do well. I'm trying to do better. No more ramen after just one health scare. It was a pretty big health scare.
Yeah, that one will make you wake up. But pound cake does sound really good right now.
I am not healthy. Jack, I spent my first birthday in the hospital because of asthma. I've been unhealthy my whole life. The only thing that I've always had is my heart. Never had a problem with it. It's strong. When I weighed 300 pounds, a nurse looked at me unironically and asked, "Are you a runner?" I actually started laughing. That's how strong my heart is. So my heart being an issue, fuck yeah, I took notice. Hell yeah. And I think you'd take notice anyway, right, Jack?
Yeah, probably.
But when that's the one thing that works properly in my body, hell yeah. Well, that and my penis. My penis works pretty well. And it's pretty. All right, Jack, let's take a look at these two stories you brought with us.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was sticking with the good themes here.
Street preacher arrested after quoting scripture at Pennsylvania Pride flag event sees charges dropped. We talked about this story. We didn't watch the video, but we did talk about this story when it happened. If you're him, do you still sue, Jack?
Oh, yeah. I'd fucking sue the shit out of the cops for that. That was wrongful arrest.
Street preacher busted last week for shouting Bible verses. Shouting Bible verses. Across from a pride flag raising in Pennsylvania has had the disorderly conduct charges against him dropped. Video showed Damon Atkins holding a sign reading, "Jesus said, go and sin no more," while standing across the street from the June 3rd event in Reading. In a video clip circulated online, Atkins can be seen being confronted by a police officer who tells him, "Let them have their day. Be respectful. Officer, go fuck yourself. Sincerely, 100%, go sit on your plunger."
Yeah. Yeah, this was total
Let
abuse
them
of
have
power.
their day. This is a guy standing across the street. I don't care what the fuck he was yelling. It's America, bitch. Let them have their day. Who the fuck are you to say that to somebody? This is a police officer. Fuck off. Now, look, Jack, if this was somebody else on the street who said it to him, that's just two idiots, you know. But this guy has a fucking gun to back up what he says.
Yeah, he has arrest authority. And how often do we hear people that are protesting, like a Christian group or something, being approached and saying, "Let them have their day"? No, nobody fucking does that because they're not the protected class.
Atkins first responds by saying, I got really pissed off the first time we read that quote from that fucking fat little piece of shit.
Yep.
Atkins first responds by saying that he is standing on public property before adding, "Know who's cheering for us? The people who are in hell." I'm sorry, that's funny.
It kind of
so
is.
you do you and I'm going to do me. As the cop walks away, Atkins can be heard loudly quoting scripture, prompting him to quickly be handcuffed. They
He
write
did
that
nothing
like that
wrong.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be heard loudly quoting scripture, so they put handcuffs on him. Like that is something that's normal.
That son of a
A
bitch.
crowd gathered. I know, right? Piece of shit. Crowd gathered across the street at the city pride event can be heard clapping as he's cuffed and placed in against a wall to be secured. Reading Police Chief Richard, dick, Tornelli told WFMZ that Atkin was taken into custody because he was being disruptive to the event and
No, he
disorderly.
There's
not
one
because of
dude
what he was
standing
saying.
there. This is bullshit.
He's standing across the street yelling scripture. He's yelling Bible verses, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, not even that loudly. Okay, there's no way anybody in that crowd heard him unless they were like really close.
He was being disruptive to the event. How? Ignore his ass. There you go. Disruption taken care of. Atkins, who says he preaches in the city. Oh, wait, sorry. Our officers gave him warnings to cease that behavior as it was disrupting the event that was taking place, Tornelli said.
I don't think he got a very good warning.
Yeah, fuck you. Your officer does not have the right to tell him he can't be standing there saying that. Like, literally, you don't have the right to do that, cocksucker. This is a free speech thing, and it gets me so fucking angry. He could have been standing there telling them they're going to hell and using slurs. And I'm sorry, that's just free speech. And that would be the same if it was the other way around. If there was some Christian event there and somebody's across the street yelling that they're all going to go to hell or whatever it is that would upset them. They're allowed to do it. You don't have to like it. But police officers in this country desperately need to be trained on what free speech is. Because god damn, I'm sick of seeing this kind of shit.
Yep.
This absolute abuse of power. And this motherfucker, that police chief should have been like, yeah, we're sorry about that. There was a misunderstanding. He's backing up his officers who completely fucked this up. When they take away your speech, they've taken away pretty much everything. You don't have to believe me. But free speech is the start. It really is. I come to the event because the Bible says go to all the world and preach the gospel to every creature, so no one is exempt, said Atkins, although he acknowledged he could have handled the flag raising situation better. How?
He probably could have silently protested or something, but who cares? He didn't do anything wrong. Like, if the other side can stand around screaming at people all day long, how many times did we see the protesters at like Berkeley when Milo was giving a speech, like actually getting violent and no one got arrested? This guy says some Bible verses and gets busted. What the fuck are you doing?
The Berks County District Attorney's Office said that after reviewing the video of the incident, the charges of disorderly conduct against Atkins were withdrawn Wednesday. Quote, after reviewing the video of the incident, including body-worn cameras and a review of the case law, we did not believe we could prove a criminal case of disorderly conduct, the office said in a statement. Because it's a clear fucking case of free speech, you bitch. That's what you should have said. God damn it, man. I gotta stop. I'm really getting angry, Jack.
Yeah, this was supposed to be good news because they dropped the charges.
It is. No, I hear you. But they didn't drop the charges for the right reason.
They're not going to admit fault, then they'd get sued.
No. You know how you keep from getting sued or at least get it better? You come out and go, no, that officer fucked up. It was him. We don't support that. He fucked up. You'll be trained.
No, government officials cover for government officials every time.
No, in this case, they just fucked themselves harder. They really did, because if he does go with a civil rights complaint against them, They've all backed it up.
Yeah. Oh, I think he absolutely should sue.
Oh, 100%.
I'm just glad he's not going to end up in jail any more than he already has been.
Will you talk for a minute?
Yeah. No, I'm very happy that charges were dropped. Prosecutor was probably like, "Oh, are you fucking kidding me? The hell you idiots doing?" He probably watched the body cam and looked it up on YouTube and saw this, because this has been a fairly big story, and realized this was a dumb move and that the cops were in the wrong. It was like, we're not prosecuting this. But that cop should be fired.
He should absolutely be fired. So should that police chief.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to calm down. That angered me. These press F to pay respect to who?
Admiral Ramita Sr. died.
Who is that?
That was co-creator Wolverine, artist for Marvel.
Gotcha. Rest in peace, sir. You helped create one of the most iconic characters ever.
Yeah, he did a lot of really good Marvel work.
Keep your speech orderly, monk. Nah, fuck that. We desperately need police in this country to be trained on this shit. And look, that doesn't mean go around and just piss off police officers. You're being a dick then.
Yeah.
But this guy wasn't doing anything wrong. And the police officers involved in that arrest all should be fired. You know, Jack, I understand why people were mad about the George Floyd video and stuff. I don't understand why they're not just as mad about this.
Because it's a white guy getting arrested, and he's a Christian on top of that. Straight white guy, no chance.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're probably right.
And let's face it, the guy's probably a weirdo anyway. He looks like a fucking lunatic, but he didn't do anything wrong.
Could it be skin color? I don't know. I don't believe skin color is a problem in this one. I think it's he's not on the pride train. Got to be on that pride train, Jack.
Yep.
We talk again for a minute. I got to chew up a aspirin here.
Yeah, he had a little too much wrong think, and that's unhealthy for you. So Sergeant Dickbag there had to go after him. Unfortunately, it's all too common these days that you have people that are in positions of power that are enforcers for the nonsense we see being shoved down everybody's throat.
To quote the esteemed poet Ice Cube, "Fuck the police."
Well, fuck that cop.
Yeah, look, I never want to support the police. And what I mean by that is I don't think there should ever be a situation for that. I think the police should, all right, they're clearly in the right. Oftentimes they are wrong, though. A lot of times they're wrong, especially on issues like this, where just let them have their day. Fuck you. They don't get their own day. All right. Anyhow, seriously, when people tell you can't say that, that is my standard answer. You can't say that. Fuck you. You say what the fuck I want. Yep. Anti-cop ice cream chain sues Seattle over significant losses from BLM autonomous zone they promoted. Oh, Jack, you found a way to calm me down. That's funny.
I know.
You are now leaving the USA. Remember this? There's the real insurrection from 2020.
Yeah.
Molly Moon's homemade ice cream, which previously gave the cold shoulder to police officers, is suing the city of Seattle for losses it alleges resulted from the decision by officials in the summer of 2020, the summer of love, to abandon the police department's East Precinct in response to the George Floyd riots, which led to the creation of a government authorized invasion, the deadly anti-police Capitol Hill attack. Eldred, thank you. It's an offensive stereotype that the gays run a train. They run several. Fair enough. Oh. This is a good time for a shill. Why not? Guys, we're brought to you by you. Hit the like button, the share button. If you would, consider donating to Jack or myself. The link is at the top of your YouTube chat. It has been going through your chat. It's over there on the Rumble chat. It is also in the description of both videos. Also, check out the merchandise that's down there in the descriptions, and all of the channels that we occupy.
Indeed.
I YouTube. That's what we do. All right. According to a federal lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington on Wednesday, the chain claimed that its constitutional rights were overrun when officials decided to abandon the 6 square block area of Capitol Hill to BLM and Antifa rioters. What constitutional right? I'm really I'm hoping they say, but what constitutional right?
The freedom from jackassery.
I mean, they did claim it was their soil and it's actually American soil, in which case you probably have more of an issue with the United States government than you do with the city of Seattle. Because frankly, the army should have moved in. They were occupying our land.
Oh yeah, the army absolutely should have moved in, but Posse Comitatus probably would have prevented most of the fun stuff.
I hear you, but I mean, if they're claiming it's their land, they're stealing our land. We got to go in there, and that changes things a little bit.
But they're already on stolen land, monkey.
I
You
guess.
steal from a thief.
All right. So now they call them rioters and not freedom fighters. Faithless. This is post millennial. They are anti what happened. That's why this is written this way.
Yeah, they're against Antifa. Plus, of course, these people lost a shitload of money, so they're probably now like, "Hey, let's call them rioters."
Yeah. Molly Moon is accusing the city of supporting and encouraging a hostile occupation of that neighborhood. True story. Mayor Jenny. It's the summer of love.
Yeah, God, those fucking retards.
Look, I need to say this because this has been happening it's about every 2 decades. You have a bunch of retards who decide that the 60s were the greatest thing and we need that love shit back. Stop it. The 60s was a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
A little bit of good music came out of it. That's it. Let it die and stay dead. Same with the 70s.
It's a desire to belong to a movement.
Yeah.
They want to latch onto that because they don't have their own.
The lawsuit does not seek to undermine CHOP participants' message or present a counter message, the lawsuit states. Rather, this lawsuit is about the plaintiff's constitutional rights and other legal rights, of which were overrun by the city of Seattle's decision to abandon and close off an entire city neighborhood, leaving it unchecked by police, unserved by fire and emergency health services, and inaccessible to the public at large, and then materially support and encourage a hostile occupation of that neighborhood.
Well, it would have been hard to get through all the checkpoints and armed guards that the warlord insisted on having.
Yeah. The city's decision subjected businesses, employees, and residents of that neighborhood to extensive property damage, public safety dangers, and an inability to use and access their property. Don't forget, get raped.
Oh yeah, the rape tents.
Or shot. I mean, a couple of people did get killed.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that warlord anyway? Did he ever go to jail?
I bet he became a rap star because he was trying to be a rap star. Remember, that probably made his star rise, and he's a star now over there on something.
The Ray Epps channel.
He's a SoundCloud rapper. The chain is alleging that the armed occupation, which included a lack of public safety and the blocking of sidewalks and roadways, led to significant losses in revenue for its Capitol Hill franchise, located across from Cal Anderson Park, which was the center of the zone and had that awesome garden in
it. Yeah.
We can't talk about CHOP without talking about that awesome garden.
Dude, I'll be like 85 years old and on my deathbed and be like, CHOP garden.
They had that crappy garden, rape tents, and murder. It was great. The summer of love. Or the summer of forced love, depending if you had to go to that tent or not.
Well, that's just how they do struggle sessions in the Chaz.
Warlord was arrested for human trafficking. Was he really?
Well, could have happened to a nicer fella.
Moving along, what else we have? According to the suit, the city violated Molly Moon's constitutional rights and created a government-authorized invasion, alleging that the city acted with deliberate indifference towards the safety and property interests of plaintiffs, despite being aware of the situation. Well, according to them, they were trying to keep it safe. Remember, that was her argument, that if they went in there, it would cause violence.
Yeah, because
And
Antifa would burn everything down.
I was watching, man. I kept waiting for the violence. I wanted to see these little fuckers get pepperballed in the nuts.
Yeah. It's just...
Antifa rioters getting pepperballed in the nuts is one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah. And them setting themselves on fire.
The dude throwing the Molotov and he set his own fucking hair on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that video was priceless.
But don't forget the guy with the feet that got caught on fire when one of his own people threw a Molotov and it missed.
Yes, yes. There were so many wonderful moments.
Oh, those people are so fucking dumb.
What was his name? Trey, the one who took a shot to the nuts from a pepper ball, and that
yeah,
that little Antifa medic came over like, if it still hurts tomorrow, you should go to a doctor. You took a pepper ball in the nuts. You should go to the doctor now.
Yeah, he should have went to the emergency room. Instead, he went to 7-Eleven and whined about it.
Him laying there on the ground, whining about his nuts is just, it's burned into my memory.
Oh, that dude was such a fucking retard.
See, these are look, I don't want to support the police shooting somebody in the nuts, right? But they deserved it.
Yeah, that was karma. Him and Arex getting arrested all the time. She got arrested like 3 times.
I love when Arex, they're all running because the police have finally had enough for that one night. And that one dude is slow walking, so the police catch him and arrest him. And she's like, why are you doing that? He was leaving. Bitch, they told y'all to leave half an hour ago.
Yeah. You don't get to leave on your time. Okay.
Molly Moons is seeking unspecified amount of damages. Look, Seattle, the people of Seattle, some of you I feel bad for because some of you didn't vote this way, right? Some of you actually have brains and some of you really should move.
Yeah.
The rest of you, you made that
you
fucking
bed. Deserve.
You planted that shitty garden. You're reaping what you sowed.
Which
Did I ever tell you I looked up what they were trying to do with that garden. It's some weird hippie shit about putting cardboard underneath your plants.
Yeah.
But there's more to it than just laying down a piece of cardboard on the ground, throwing some dirt on it and putting a seed in there.
See, now I like to associate this with the way Hunter Avallone reads studies.
Oh, yeah.
You just glance at it and say, okay, I already know everything that's going to go on, and the rest of this, I can just ignore it.
I heard that you need to put some cardboard there. And look, the way that they do the cardboard, it seems to do good for them.
Yeah, but not the TikTok version of it, the kind where you're actually doing some farming. Not what those clowns were trying to do.
There's a system, and it actually takes a while to get it set up. They just put dirt on a piece of cardboard, and God bless them for doing so.
Yeah, that bag of potting soil is really going to be a self-sustaining food source for you, you fucking retards.
It's called a lasagna garden. Yes, exactly, and it's layered, and that's why they call it that. But it's cardboard, and then some soil and some. I think they even put compost in there, and then more, and then you stack it up, and you can do some of it above ground, but most people dig a little ditch first.
Yeah.
So it's just, I love these people. I love that somebody at this place, right, said, okay, I know how to do the garden. And they put that down there and they said, okay, the garden's done. And the rest of the people didn't go, I got questions. Not one motherfucker went, yeah, you did that all wrong. Not one motherfucker went, I bet it would be better if we just planted it in the ground.
These are a bunch of kids that have never left the city. They don't have any fucking idea what they're doing. They don't know anything about gardening. They've never had to survive on their own. They've never even put up a tent, I would bet. Their idea of camping is renting a cabin somewhere.
I loved when they chased down the head of Chaz and arrested him. He cried like a baby. That's the one that had like sex charges against him, right?
Yeah.
The long-haired hippie freak.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was. I miss Chop. I really do.
Oh, we got so much entertainment out of that.
They were so bad at everything they tried doing.
Oh,
The only thing that they did really well was the Warlord.
Yeah, that was the most realistic aspect of that horrifying documentary. Honestly, I think it would have been better if they had said, okay, you're autonomous, fine, and built a wall around it and threatened anyone that came out of there and just let them starve. Go all full Lord of the Flies on it.
Cut off electricity, water, everything. You got to do it all yourself. That's yours.
I believe we said that at the beginning of that mess, that that's what they should have done. And it absolutely should have been the case.
Faithless says it was horrifying too, though. For the people who live there who didn't support this shit, I agree. But we're talking about an area that mostly supported it.
Yeah. In a city that's very welcoming of this type of nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
If they tried to shit in an average small town, I think there would have been a bloodbath. But Seattle and Portland are about the only places you could really get away with this crap. Or some inner city. Like, what was it? Minneapolis had one of these for a long time.
Yeah.
It was basically just like a warehouse district, some shitty rundown thing nobody cared about. So they're like, whatever.
And theirs started differently because theirs was over some evictions at an apartment complex.
Yeah. So, and it was like in the hood anyway.
Yeah.
So, not a lot of people really gave a shit.
Yeah, you had a wannabe Chaz. How wannabe Chop. You fucking idiots. But in all honesty, it's not that much different from what we've seen Antifa do in like Portland.
Yeah.
They haven't taken it over forever, but remember when they beat up that old couple because they were telling them which way they had to drive?
Yep.
And this wasn't even a case of like they were protesting in the street, so they didn't want you. They were just like, no, you go right here, because they wanted to make a right turn and they're like, we need to go left. So they beat up some old people for it.
And they've gotten away with this stuff for so long. These kids are so coddled that they honestly do not understand when they get pushback. And I think they're really mystified by that. Like, if somebody were to shoot one of those guys, they'd be like, why'd they do that? I don't understand. And they really wouldn't understand because they're that dumb.
Well, I mean, look what happened down there at the Atlanta police zone. That motherfucker shot at cops and got killed. I can't believe they did that to what was his name? Pikachu or whatever?
Yeah.
No, it was something with a turtle. Tortilla, I forget. But
I don't care about him. He's dead. He's stupid.
And they're like, how they murdered him. Motherfucker shot at a cop.
Yeah, what'd you expect to happen, dum-dum?
If you shoot at a cop and you fired the first shot, I'm always going to be on their side. Okay, not always. If it's the FBI, there's a good chance you were probably in the right.
Yeah, you were probably framed anyway.
But still. Poor fat Tortuga. He died. Jack, I'm throwing this out there. I have a very long cord for my headphones. And sometimes it twists up a bit and stuff. And it is twisted it up into a dick and balls.
Oh, it's like the Mars rover of headphones.
I need to take a picture of this. I'll send it to you on Twitter. Oh yeah, it's made of dick and balls.
Thank you, Keldrick. A lesson to the ANCAPs about the value of economics if they care enough to learn. Yeah, well, ANCAPs don't want to learn how economics actually works. They'd rather go with the Marty Rothbard method of just make it up as you go.
Sorry, guys. I'm sending a really stupid thing to Jack right now. You have to realize, Jack, I'm looking at it from a slightly different angle than that picture, but there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. This show's been a weird one. Am I not wrong that it looks like a dick and balls?
You're not wrong.
And I didn't do that. It's just how it landed. There's a dick on my desk. Where was I? Oh, guys, I'm going to be over on Twitch.tv/ranting monkey playing some Phasmophobia with my friend Bubba, my favorite Hotep hobo. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are amazing, and the support is. I know, Jack. I really am an arrogant motherfucker, but I've said this many times. It is so true. It's humbling that you guys support us the way you do. Thank you so very much, Jack. Anything you want to show?
I'll drop a link to a recent video. As always, thank you so much for the donations. You guys are really awesome, and it helps us quite a lot.
Shroom says on or at your desk. You fucker. Both, yes. Thank you. Mess says we need more 7 days. I plan to play Phasmo, and if I still have some energy, play some more 7 days tonight. That's the plan. It's not a promise. Twitch.tv/ranting monkey will be over there in just a few minutes. Remember, guys, if you're subscribed to me on Twitch, end your subscription, please, because I'm not going to be over there much longer. Oh. I'm gonna switch to YouTube.
End your subscription there and get a membership here.
There you go. I will be eventually monetized on YouTube. I won't be when I first start there, so save up and then just throw a big chunk. Is that wrong to say it like that?
I don't know. Give me money.
If you can hear this, you have $5.
We're not good at shilling because we don't have boobs.
We're even if we had boobs, actually I kind of have boobs. We'd be bad at shilling.
Yeah.
It's not a natural thing to do.
No, but women are really good at asking for stuff, especially money. So they have us beat on that.
We need to get a woman on here to ask for people to give you and me money.
Yeah.
None for her. She can find her own source. No, all kidding aside, thank you for everything. Guys, we're going to be over on twitch.tv/ranting monkey here in just a little bit. Jack, thank you for joining me.
Always glad to be here.
Everyone, have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
There's a penis-shaped cord on my desk. I don't know how it got here. I don't know what else to sing, but I got penis in the song.